Hey guys, Nick Lilia here, taking a look at the tropical update for August 6th of 2020, brought to you by the folks over there at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling. Seasonal forecasts are out. Of course, Colorado State came out with theirs just the other day. NOAA came out with theirs earlier this morning. Both were increased. The Colorado State forecast now for 24 named storms. 12 of those hurricanes, 5 major hurricanes on the year. The other change, the NOAA forecast, 19 to 25 named storms, 7 to 11 of those hurricanes, 3 to 6 major hurricanes. The analog average, the analog years that Colorado State is looking at, as well as some of the ones that I've picked out, the average 18.3, 10.3, and 4.8. If you're to look at kind of the analog and say, okay, well, that's great, where are we compared to the analog? Well, we've had 9 named storms thus far, 2 of those hurricanes, no major hurricanes yet, which means if we're just to go based off just the analogs that we've looked at, you've got another 9 named storms. 8 of those are going to be hurricanes, and almost 5 of those are going to be major hurricanes. Now, that's not a likely scenario. I find it unlikely that the rest of the season will feature only hurricanes, but nevertheless, that's one thing to keep in mind, as we always say, too. It only takes one storm for it to be a memorable season for you. Now, who's up next on the list? It's Josephine, then Kyle, Laura, Marco, and Nana to round out the second column here. And by the way, you just do kind of back of the napkin eyeball math here. You've got 7 names per column. Only 3 rows in here, 7 rows, 3 columns. Math, Nick. It only gives you 21 names, and if we go back here, we got forecast calling for more than 21 storms in some cases. So we'll be on to the Greek alphabet. If that's to hold true after we get through Wilfred, we would be on to Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Taking a look at the tropics right now, there's really not much doing. You may be thinking to yourself, well, wait a second, Nick. They're up in their forecast, but right now, you look out in the tropics and there's not even an invest out there. There's nothing. Yes, there is nothing, but that doesn't mean that nothing is going to last forever, unfortunately. Now, right now, we've got thunderstorm activity happening, what's left of Invest 94L. We've got a little bit of trophiness action happening here, another little flare-up of convection down here, and then your, as always, convection that hangs out kind of north of South America. But as we head through the next couple of days, we may get a wave off of the coast of Africa right in here that may try and make some waves both literally and figuratively. I don't know that this first one is going to do much. I mean, we got a lot of dry air out here. You can see all the dry air on our 850 vorticity, 700 millibar moisture map. We've got more dry air in here, more out here. So, I mean, there's a fair amount of it as we head into next week. However, according to our European model here, it looks like one wave is going to try and get a little better organized as we head through about the middle of next week. And try and make a beeline along the same relative trajectory as Isaias just did. All the while it doesn't affect us directly, man oh man is the Pacific really going to ramp up according to not only the European here, but also the GFS as we head through the middle of August. Now, we'll take this thing out a little bit further, and you can see by the time we get towards Sunday, whatever wave is out there and however organized it is, we don't know that yet. We'll be near Puerto Rico as we get toward August 16th. And one thing that I've been saying here locally is that about the 16th, 17th, and 18th, I've been saying this for the better part of about a week, week and a half, almost 2 weeks now, that this was going to be a time that things were going to get a little more active for the Gulf. Now, do I necessarily mean it's going to be this? No, we can't know. But all signs are pointing to another little Kelvin wave trying to sneak our direction as we head toward the middle of August, toward kind of the end of August, and into the beginning of September. The shear across the Atlantic Basin is really calming down. We've got, in fact, July, as Philip Klotzbach pointed out, was one of the lowest on record. The dry air isn't going to be quite as robust as we get into the middle of August across the whole Atlantic Basin. So we're going to be in a situation where it's just going to be easier for these things to occur. Not necessarily that, we're looking for some drastic ramp up because of something crazy. It's just there's not going to be as many roadblocks in the way for tropical storm development. So that's one thing to keep in mind as we head through the middle of August. For now, though, I mean, next couple of days, things are looking good. Go to the beach, take some time away from whatever it is that you're doing to enjoy the weather. Buckle up, because I think as we get toward the end of August, things are going to get a little more interesting for everybody, not for anyone in particular, but just as we keep our eyes on the tropics, things are going to become a little more active. So there's a look at your tropical update for August the 6th of 2020, brought to you by the folks over there at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling.